doesn't even feel real. Pretty hard to watch that thing drive away. Very exciting day. Bo and I woke up nice and early this morning to get the first gen all loaded down, and we are currently driving up to the mountains. As most of you guys know, I posted this truck on Marketplace a couple weeks ago, just kind of testing the waters. The only vehicles that I have are the first gen 4Runner and the third gen 4Runner, and I really have big plans to basically put a solid axle onto the third gen. And to fund that project, it's going to be pretty expensive. It's not going to be great on the road. And I posted this thing on Facebook a couple weeks ago, and someone reached out with a deal that I just couldn't resist. So I'm not going to tell you guys exactly what it is. You're definitely going to want to stick around to the end of this video. All right, we are just finishing up making our final gas station stop before we arrive at our destination, and I am very anxious, very excited to show you guys the surprise. Are you excited?
Very excited.
We got about an hour left. I don't think we'll do any more stopping before we get there, so we'll be there soon. I'm going for it. Pulling into the gas station right now to meet up with this guy. We're over in Saguache, Colorado. I think that's how you pronounce it. But here in just a second, you're gonna get to see why I just drove 3 hours across Colorado. Where is he? Oh, he's over there. There it is. I'm gonna hop out and talk to this guy and see if we can't make a deal. The goal today is to trade the first gen for this Tundra back over here. Of course, as soon as he gets in it, it doesn't turn over.
What happened?
As soon as he got in the truck, it didn't turn over. The starter did its funny little games that it likes to do.
I don't know. This might be too much of a truck for you, honey.
Calm down.
Damn. Well, this is nice.
I will say, looking at the first gen, not being inside of it, it looks so good.
I know. That's what I was saying last night.
Well, look at this, guys. We're in a 2012 Tundra. The guy that we met up with today, his name's Andy. I'll put some videos of him in here, but he goes out and drives in all the full-size Invasions. He's got a 95, I don't know, like a Power Wagon or something. A pretty crazy truck. But yeah, we're test driving his Tundra while he drives the first gen, and we might be making a trade today. So he said, this thing has a shift solenoid out, and when you're pulling off from low speeds, it doesn't start from first gear. It's starting from like third gear, but I've done a bunch of research, and ideally that's a pretty easy fix, so we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't fucking inside of the cab. Okay. So like it's sitting under this side somewhere. Oh, so the e-brake. Oh, we did it. We're doing it.
Let me get a picture of both trucks.
Yeah. Hope you don't mind being on YouTube.
No.
Well, it's official. And we're driving home in a 2012 Tundra. So This is it. This is the last time I'm gonna see this truck for a little while.
How do you feel about it?
I'm a little sad, but it's okay. It's going to a cool guy.
Yeah. Yep.
It doesn't even feel real.
Are you sad?
Yeah. That was pretty hard to watch that thing drive away. Whatever. He's a cool guy. I'll keep in touch with him. I told him if he ever sells the truck, I get first dibs, obviously. But anyways, enough with the sad sob story. Say hello to my new truck. This is a 2012 Tundra Limited, and this is the new tow truck and daily, seeing as that I don't have one. I'm not gonna bore you with digging through everything right now because we are at a playground in the middle of nowhere. We're gonna go and enjoy the rest of our day and wander ourselves back on to Denver. And maybe tomorrow I'll jump into some stuff and kind of show you guys around the truck and talk about some plans that I have with it. And we'll kind of go over the whole decision-making process of me getting rid of the first gen and making the trade for this guy. So we'll jump into that here in a minute. Very first order of business, the entire time we've been doing this trade, directly around the corner here, there's a skate park. So obviously we're gonna go skate. This is a very interesting skate park. I don't know what they got going on with this little setup. Decent little box, decent little quarter pipe. My favorite obstacle, but then you got this, which is like the same length as my skateboard. So that's kind of interesting, but try to do a couple tricks and then get on the road. I think we're trying to get down to Salida and hang out over there for a little bit. All right, second pit stop. We came to the Salida skate park, and Bo has never ridden a pump track, so that's what we're doing right now, and kind of getting our legs moving and getting some blood flow. Oh, I'm dizzy over here filming. I'm just standing in the middle doing this. Good job. The ramp's shaped like a heart.
For our anniversary.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot to mention earlier that we got like 2 hours into our drive this morning, and I completely forgot that it's our anniversary. 6 years, and on our 6th year anniversary, we went and got a new truck. Perfect. It's like 4 o'clock and we got a 2-hour drive home. About to load this beast up and get back to Denver. Let's get into it. It's been a couple days since we went and picked this thing up. I posted on Instagram that I made the trade or whatever. Just to preface, I don't feel like I need to like explain any of this to anybody, but for the sake of the video, we'll go ahead and talk about it. I'll keep most of it pretty brief, but essentially I posted the first gen on Facebook a couple weeks ago. I was just kind of weighing my options, seeing if it's worth selling or not. Posted it for about 12 grand. I think that was a pretty fair price with it being an 85. The interior was pretty much immaculate compared to some of the other trucks that I've seen out there, especially with all of the time and effort that I've put into that truck. It was super clean. I got it to a point where it was a really good platform to build off of for somebody that wanted to build a crawler or take it the other way and kind of spend more time restoring it, whatever. But yeah, I posted it and I had a few people reaching out. Definitely a couple people made me some reasonable offers. But the only 2 people that I entertained actually meeting up with was one guy offered me a first gen Tacoma that had pretty low miles. It was like 190,000 miles and it had a supercharger, and it was the 4-door gray like 2001 Tacoma. And I was very excited about that. Initially, I was pretty set on making that trade because same motor as the third gen, so I would have been able to swap the supercharger over to this truck and then daily the Tacoma. But knowing myself, I probably would have ended up building that Tacoma. It's a very similar platform to the third gen 4Runner. But then anyways, that guy went on vacation and we didn't talk for a couple days. And then Andy hit me up. I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but Andy goes out and does the full-size invasions. So I've seen him wheel quite a few times here in the last couple of years. He's not super big on social media or anything like that, but I've definitely seen his truck around. So when he hit me up on Facebook, I obviously looked through who was talking to me and noticed it was him. And then he sent me the Tundra. I've been wanting a Tundra for years. So when he hit me up about that, I asked for a bunch of photos, and then we spent a good week or so kind of shooting messages back and forth, asking each other questions about everything, sending photos, sending videos, jumping on phone calls. He lives down in Durango, which is about 6.5 hours away from Littleton, which is where I live. He was nice enough to come and meet me in the middle. We shook hands and went our separate ways. He did say that he was going to plan on building the first gen up, probably putting it on 40s, maybe putting 1 tons under it. We'll see, but it will be on full size invasion sometime in the near future. So I was very excited about that. The fact that I'll get to see that truck do harder wheeling than I have the means to do at the moment. To kind of rewind, the reason that I wanted to trade the first gen in the beginning or sell it is we still rent. My fiance and I, we're really getting close to being able to buy a house. I've been spending the last year and a half trying to do YouTube stuff and just stay busy in the garage and work on projects and try to get some momentum in the right direction of me being able to basically work for myself, start a company, just build a skill set that I can take away from the job that I'm in right now and have fun while I'm doing it. While all of that is great, it's super expensive. Trying to save money to buy a house, it just didn't make sense for me to have a first gen 4Runner and a third gen 4Runner, and both of those trucks were off-road vehicles. The third gen already has its gremlins. Driving it on the highway, building an even shittier version, realistically, of a truck that I don't have a trailer or a means to tow it around. Like, I had to drive the first gen anywhere that I took it. And to go wheel anywhere, it's at least an hour and a half drive for me. And although it's doable, we're wheeling in the mountains and you have to drive the truck to the mountains. It had a 4-cylinder 22RE in it. Granted, I could have turboed it or whatever else, but once again, that's money. In a perfect world, probably would have engine swapped it. Once again, that's money. It didn't have a front locker. I wanted dual transfer cases. And then it's like, at that point, I would like to roll cage the truck, and all of that costs a lot of money. Realistically, I just wanted to kind of take a step back and stop biting off more than I could chew, because as much fun that I was having building that truck and all of the plans I had for it, I was just going to run myself dry chasing a dream. It just didn't make sense. So the Tundra was a better option. Now I have a daily driver. I have a truck that I'm able to tow the third gen around. I want to solid axle the third gen. That's kind of my goal that I'm aiming towards now, that these are the only 2 trucks sitting in my house. Been looking on Marketplace and basically just trying to source parts, kind of going back and forth whether I want to do like a rock assault axle under the front end, so keep everything kind of Toyota based, or put tons under it. There's still a lot of decision making to be done before I do anything to this truck. I just redid the whole front end, like ball joints and all of the IFS components that make it drive somewhat decent on the road. So at least for this winter, it's going to stay how it is. Yeah, the third gen's great how it is already. I've been able to do pretty much every trail that I've ever wanted to with it. And yeah, I'm not stressing now to finish anything. It just freed up a lot of my time and a lot of my mental capacity to where I don't have to come home from work every day stressing about what's the next thing I need to get done on the first gen to make it wheelable and make it to where I want it to be. And now that I have this truck, now that I have something that I can just drive around and not stress about, and it's going to start for me every day, now I'm able to kind of reset my sights on the third gen, and the goal is to solid axle swap it so we can do a little bit harder stuff with it. I would love to take this thing out to Sand Hollow, get it out to the Rubicon. I have endless plans for the third gen, and I know the third gen platform really well. I've had the truck for like 4 years. I've touched every inch of this truck, so I know the platform really well. I think that I will be able to complete the solid axle build pretty easily on the third gen. I'm excited to kind of move on to the next thing with the third gen and get this thing built up, but like I said, nothing's going to happen right away. Talk about the Tundra for a second. This thing does kind of have high mileage. It's got 280K on it, so pretty high, but it was was a fleet vehicle down in Farmington, New Mexico. It has every ounce of paperwork and maintenance records. I know that it was taken care of. I know that it had all of its routine maintenance, so that's a relief. When I was talking to Andy about it, the previous owner, he said that he bought it from the original owner, so that means ideally that I'm the third owner of this truck. The interior is super great. Driver's seat has a rip on it, but that's easy enough. There is a few things that I need to work out with this truck before it's all said and done. There's definitely some lights on in the dash. It has a shift solenoid out, and I've already ordered all of the parts to make all of these repairs. Hopefully within the next week or so, this thing will be top of the line again, and we'll get all those lights turned off. I did a bunch of research on this truck before we actually met up and did the trade, and I feel pretty confident in fixing all of that stuff. At the end of the day, it was pretty sad to let go of the first gen. I think that we both made out pretty well on that deal. He got an amazing truck, and he has the means and the knowledge on how to build that. Bo loves this truck. We've been driving it around all week. That being said, with the lights on the dash, this thing drives just fine. I've been taking it on the highway and around town. We drove it 3 hours home from the mountains. None of that stuff has really been that big of an issue. I did bring it home, and the first thing I did was take off the bull bar. I thought that thing was terrible. It had like a backup beeper, so I got that thing cut out of there. That was pretty obnoxious. It does have its fleet stickers on the doors and on the tailgate, so slowly getting the motivation to peel off stickers off the paint without damaging it, hopefully. Once all that's done, I don't plan on doing anything super crazy to the Tundra. I'll probably put some sliders on it because there's no rocker panels under the doors. It's pretty much just door, so if I were to crunch it on a rock, there's no body protecting the doors. It's just crunch doors. So we'll probably do rock sliders. I'll probably put it on 33s, maybe 35s. I don't know. Get some new rims. Thought about doing some like cheap off-road bumpers just kind of for aesthetic, and I'll be able to put some lights on there. Yeah, this thing's going to stay pretty stock. Not trying to wheel it or anything like that. I want something that is going to last me a while and be able to tow the third gen around. I'm excited to get all the issues worked out on this truck. I'm excited to start working on the third gen again. I've really neglected the third gen over the last year because I've been so busy on the first gen. And also building the first gen, I really didn't get to go wheeling all that much this last summer. It's definitely bittersweet, but I'm pretty excited about the trade. It feels really nice to have a truck that just is just a truck, and I can drive it down the road with one finger and have heated seats and all that good stuff. So I will be making some project videos on the Tundra here in the near future. I did hit up a few companies that have sent me stuff in the past. We'll be doing like a new touchscreen head unit in the truck, putting some off-road pod lights and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll definitely be making videos of the Tundra, and then hopefully shortly I'll be able to start piling parts up for the third gen. I don't know. I'm going to stop rambling. It's cold as hell out here. I'm super excited for this new chapter. I will be posting some new shirts on my Shopify page here shortly. I did post stickers a little bit ago. Yes, they're a little bit expensive, and that's just because they were expensive to make, but they are really high quality stickers. I'm going to drop the price on all of that stuff and make everything nice and affordable. I'm not trying to make a ton of money on any of that, but anything I do make off of the Shopify page will be going right back into parts for the trucks. So I appreciate all you guys for watching, and we will be getting back to posting every Saturday as quickly as I can possibly make that happen. Anyways, I appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next video.